Guys, please subscribe and help the channel get to 150k subscribers. Welcome to FANS Wethu TV. It's the Betway Premiership. Marumo Gallants 1, Mamelodi Sundowns 3. I'm joined by the best coach in SA, Coach KB.
Still Ukraine.
I'm not
Ukraine. Still remember what I said to you about Sundowns. Sundowns players.
Yeah.
Sundowns players can win the league, Steve, whether we want or we don't.
Yeah.
They've been there, they've got the experience, and now and then it shows.
Yeah.
I mean, Marumo looked like they
had
a game.
Yeah.
But I asked off camera while I was watching, can they keep up with that momentum for so long? Because it requires a lot, you see. But then again, Sundowns does what they do best, and then they crack. But before we get into the game, Steve, Marumo jersey number 9, Junior Zingong or Marumo, that guy's something else. Yeah, he looks like quality. Steve, we can't always say someone is quality in the first game, but he's got the qualities in him. You can see even the goal that he scored. He runs hard. He's comfortable on the ball. So a player to watch out.
Nearly debut.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Steve, one wanna lie, but he looked very good. He looked very sharp. Yeah. Steve, what you see. But then again, Steve, I don't believe in defending. You can't defend the whole 90 minutes unless you've got worked substitutes that are gonna come in and stick to your plans of defending, Steve, you see. So that's one for me. And then the other thing that I've realized or I've noticed is how Sundowns considered their goal. Like I said off camera, today I was speaking to someone, or there was a class. Yeah. Somebody asked what is the role of a double pivot.
Okay.
And then someone said a double pivot is like, for me, it's a reflection of two center backs. It's a mirror to center backs.
Okay.
Because double pivots, I get normally, it's these two guys. They're called double pivots.
Sure.
But if you really look at them, it's just a mirror of the two center backs.
Yeah.
You see. So for me, that's double pivot. And then what is their role? And then someone said their role is to dictate pace.
Sure.
And cover spaces.
Yeah.
You see, now we go straight into the game. You look at how, what do you call this? Marumo
lined up.
No, Marumo scored.
Okay.
This is exactly how Marumo scored, Steve. So they moved up, Sundowns moved up. What Marumo always did was to always have someone here.
Sure, coach.
And then so they moved up with the ball, and then the center back, and then look at what Morena does, Steve. Matrap. Now, remember what I said, the role of the two guys as double pivots is to mirror the two and also cover spaces or dictate pace. Okay. Now, this guy is moved up. Yeah. Now, because Sundowns is too comfortable on the ball, they are not worried about this space.
Okay.
But now, this is where they concede their goal. Yeah. Because how the ball went, Steve, it was from here. This guy just stayed here. Mudiva came. Instead of him coming here, they had only one striker here.
Sure.
Now the two center backs are focusing on this guy.
Yes.
All he did was to dash out, and then Mudiva came here.
Uyada.
Instead of him picking up here.
Yeah.
And then the ball was just played from here straight here.
Past.
Goal.
The center back.
You see. And one can also blame Umudiva. Because, I mean, if the ball is here, and also the two center backs, Tibo, it's always said that as much as we are defending here, you cannot turn your body. You need to be able, as a center back, you need to be able to see here, see what's coming, and see the cross. Okay. So for this guy to head alone, Suarez as well as Mudiva, for me, it was a question mark. You see, that's me. But someone can interpret in a different way, which is fine. But now look at how, what do you call this, Marumo defense, too. Yeah. It looked like it was working until they conceded goals. And this is what I was saying. How long are you going to keep it?
The defense.
The defense.
Yeah.
Because in most cases, you would find their back five like this still.
Sure.
Because why? What Sundowns did, they always had Morena moving up.
Okay.
And then, who's this? Ribeiro will come in.
Yes.
If you look today, they had Allende playing more up.
Yeah.
And then they would have Reynas coming here with Shalulile.
Yes.
And then they had Allende here. he was always close to Lucas Ribeiro, and then they pushed Ojeden Adams, and then who's that? Mukwena would stay here, and then Aubry would obviously go on the line.
Yeah.
You see, so if you look at this shape, Steve, if you look at this shape already, now it tells you how Sundowns has, it looks like Sundowns has more numbers. But in terms of numbers, you can see clearly how Marumo had more numbers in, ahead of Sundowns.
Yes.
But now look at what the coach does second half.
Sure.
What the coach does is he brings in Osales.
Yeah.
If you look at all the goals that Sundowns scored,
yes,
they're identical. They had 2 here. Allende just received the ball here. Because Marumo had these 2 lines of defense.
Yes.
Hence why when they got the ball, they would go for attack.
Sure.
But what they did is to sleep. If the ball is here, Steve.
Sure, coach.
If this guy has the ball here.
Yeah.
This space in between. This space.
Yeah.
The spaces.
Yes.
This is what killed Marumo. Because what the ball went, it came here. Now who's marking this guy? Remember, the 2 center backs are occupied. But who's marking this space here? Hence why Allende just got the ball here, turned goal.
Yes.
Same thing with Lucas Ribeiro. Yes. Sales got the ball, played it exactly here. They dropped. Ribeiro just came here, got the ball, played. So the interval lines, as they call them, Steve, you cannot defend in these 2 lines and open a gap. Let's say Sundowns is all here.
Yes, yes.
This is where the problem is, Steve.
Sure, coach.
This line. Yeah. Instead of you having this line, you will rather have someone here, and then these 2 close up.
They will always cover the free man.
Now this guy covers this space here. But instead of that, what they did was to drop in, and they always allowed space. Hence why Sundowns had the 2 strikers, and their 2 goals were here.
And a man always free.
Men always free. So the goals were always identical.
Yeah.
Because they Ukadoso identified, there's a line in between the middle field and the defense.
Yes.
Hence why they considered those 2 goals. You see. So for me, Steve, that for me alone was something else. And you look at the subs that they bring, you are thinking if they're bringing in Utiwani, what is Tiwani's role? But when Tiwani went in, Sales went on the side.
Yeah.
If Sales is coming on the side, it means this guy is always occupied. Tiwani will always go. Now, what happens to this guy? He needs to drop off with Utiwani. Hence why Sales always received the ball alone and then played it inside.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one thing, Steve. We can go discuss it over and over, but the most important thing that I don't know if it's a matter of rest, defense, or what. But if you've got this double pivot, Steve, if you have this double pivot, remember the only way the double pivot will work out, if this guy has the ball, this guy doesn't collect. Instead, what he does, he moves up. Then he occupies space. The guy who collects is this one. Now, this alone, this is what Sundowns normally does when they have the ball.
Sure.
Because if this guy collects, then he's bringing traffic to him. But if he goes up, because the ball is here, these guys are going up where here, and then Umukwena comes in and collects. Yeah. But still, it's one of those things. So for me, remember what I said when Sundowns lost to TS Galaxy? The points that Sundowns dropped, they don't help Pirates.
Yes.
Now with today's game, Pirates, the game being abandoned, doesn't do much favor for us. Now it goes to 4 points. Remember, 4 points in hands does not say 4 points
that you've taken, that are yours.
You still need to play for them. And that alone brings congestion to the league. The games. Schedule. Tomorrow the draw is coming out. KF, Nedbank, we are playing. So it's still it's becoming hard and hard. As much as Buccaneers don't want to see it, but if you really look at it, it's becoming more difficult. Sundowns is making it extremely difficult. Yes, they are not. They might not be playing their best football, but they are collecting still,
grinding results,
and that's the most important thing. And for me today, I personally feel what they played. They played well against a team that defended extremely well. I mean, we all know Dendens will keep the ball. And as long as Uden keeps the ball, it means Sundowns needs to work for it.
Yes.
But quality always, Steve.
Always. line A now.
No, this line is important.
Big,
No, this
big.
line is important too, because if you're gonna have yes, this line, if you're gonna have this line, you must always have someone here. Yes, then these ones can cover. Because if you stay here, then who's marking this line? Yeah, it means these guys need to drop off, and they did it very well first half. Hence why you saw Abo Allende shooting from outside. Yeah, but now they went to sleep. I don't know if they were too comfortable, and then they dropped, and then Allende just used the space. You must look at the goals. The goals are all identical. They all come from the left cross, 10 goal.
And like quick, miscommunication.
You see, and this is what I always say. It separates quality and quantity. Look at Lucas. Lucas didn't have a good game.
Yes.
But all he needed one chance, 10 goal. Mbon this team.
Finished.
Yeah. That's all they need.
And we
They scored. Lucas didn't have a best game. Yes, he had one of the bad games, but he scored. Look, remember what I also said about Osales last week, that you can't say he's a mumish. On the feed, the guy looks very comfortable. This Tibo from deep, he creates those spaces. The goal that they've scored. I think if we were to go and look at stats, his stats are almost on the same level with Relay or better than Relay's stats.
He's assisted.
Yes.
Hey.
So yes, he's a mumish. Yeah, okay, fine, you say that. But like I said, you can't say that because he's got some instincts in him. He's got quality in him. Maybe his quality is not to score goals, but he does have quality in him. And that alone still, it gives you goosebumps.
It gives you an edge.
Hence why you always see Cardoso brings him in when he needs goals.
Yeah.
If you remember that game where by winning 2-1, what is it? I don't remember the game, but I remember watching it there. He came in and he assisted.
Yeah.
I think it was Magaze.
Yes.
Yeah. He came, he assisted. Yeah.
He gives him another thing.
Yeah, but just in closing, Steve, I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't think Shalulile and Renas play well when they play together.
You've said this before.
I've said this before, too. Especially when they start together.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't play well. But as soon as the other one starts and the other one comes in as a sub, they always play together. Because if you look at Gamea Pirates, one can say Gamea Pirates, the only thing that Shalulile did was to occupy Vavas J on the side so that they can create space, you see. But whenever they start the games together, look at what happens. He comes off, all of the sudden Renas comes Sadla. Even before he scored, there's a chance that he missed.
Yes.
So for me, it doesn't work. But yeah.
Man of the match?
The jersey number 9 for me.
Marumo.
Marumo. Yeah, I mean, work rate, perfect.
Top.
Work rate, top. Hey, I don't know, Steve, but whoever who's doing the scouting,
Literally top.
literally top.
Thank you, coach.
Thank you, Steve.